Welcome to the Mind Circus podcast, where we uncover the topsy-turvy thoughts of those we call creatives. The Mind Circus can be entertaining and daunting, but we need to uncover ways to be the ringmaster of our own mind circus. If you want to hear real stories from creatives who've plunged into the black abyss of the mind circus and managed to become the ringmaster, then join our host, Karen Bartos, a photographer, entrepreneur, and creative ringleader, as she'll ask direct questions to help listeners understand and be inspired to master their own mind circus and reach new levels of success. So find a seat and let's be part of the circus. Now here's your host, Karen Bartos.
Welcome to the Mind Circus podcast, where we dive into all things mindset related. I'm your host, Karen Bartos. I started my journey as a photographer and entrepreneur 11 years ago when I decided to take the plunge and launch my business. I had no clue what I was doing. There were so many things to learn as a photographer and business owner. I had to learn Photoshop, Lightroom, posing, pricing, client management systems, IT, marketing, and the list goes on and on. I dove in and tackled things one at a time. I found myself slowly conquering the things on my list, but there was one component of my business I didn't anticipate I'd need to work on and would cause me more trouble than figuring out, yes, Photoshop. The component was my mindset. It was the stories I told myself as an artist and entrepreneur. I would say things like, there are too many photographers in my market. Why bother? What if nobody likes my pictures? Why would people pay me money when I have no clue what I'm doing? I can't charge that much. I live in a rural area. No one will hire me. You really don't know what you're doing, Karen. So just hang it up now and go find a real job. There were countless nights I went to bed exhausted after shooting and editing while I entertained the mind circus of my thoughts, certain I would wake up the next morning calling it quits. But by the grace of God, I woke up morning after morning, knowing and believing my thoughts were rubbish. I knew deep down I was meant for this crazy ride of being an entrepreneur. So I put my head down and pressed on. And here I am today. I'm a six-figure photographer. And I say that very humbly. I've put in the work, and I continue to put in the work to refine my craft and my business. You can master Photoshop, Lightroom, and all the other things related to running your business. But if you don't master your mind circus and all the thoughts clamoring up inside the big tent of your mind, you may as well pack it up and go home. See, the mind circus has a permanent permit to operate in your mind. It's not going anywhere. So the sooner you learn to deal with the mind circus and become the ringmaster of your very own mind circus, the quicker you'll see results in your business and your life. I'll be honest and transparent. This work is not easy. The bigger the mind circus you are willing to deal with, the bigger you'll grow. How do I know? I've seen it personally, and I've watched entrepreneurs around me flourish because they became the ringmaster of their own mind circus. And I've also watched entrepreneurs fail because they didn't deal with their mind circus. While this podcast will initially focus on a lot of photographers and creatives, I envision it growing to include people from all walks of life. Since mentioning that I was starting this podcast, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and comment that they'd love to come on the podcast and talk about their own mind circus because we all have the mind circus. So what do you say? Are you ready to become the ringmaster and achieve more? Great. I'm glad you said yes. Let the circus begin.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Mind Circus. We'd love you to share this episode and inspire someone else to become the ringmaster of their mind circus. So to learn more, go to themindcircus.com. And with the simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back. And remember, be the ringmaster of your own mind circus.